Well, hello. Just getting start. I got started early, so letting people roll in a little bit before I start hitting record, get all the intro going, all that fun stuff. Hope everyone's had a good week. Friday's tomorrow. It's an off Friday, but I still work. Saturday, of course, is Dodger Fest. Hoping to see people out there. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I'm starting about 8 minutes early. I see Ella Shiva in the house and a few other people, but not much right now. Um, I know that, boy, my counter and what's showing is really behind. Excuse me. So let's see. Hey, Ernie. Oh, come on X. Nice. Um, yeah, for you guys who are coming in, let me get this one again. There we go. For you guys coming in early, um, take a look at my Twitter account, Tim Rogers 2080. There is a contest. There's also a link in the description for the contest for free tickets to Dodger Fest. And I got Mike Salas in the house. Said we're just getting started here. We'll go a little bit more of just kind of rambling a little bit before we get started, and then we'll start hitting record. We'll get at it. Of course, tons of good stuff going on with the Dodgers. It just doesn't end. And hopefully people saw my appearance on Dodgers Nation with DMAC on Dodgers Dugout. So that was fun, of course. Okay. Well, we'll get hopefully a few more people gonna come in. There we go. Now we're getting started. So okay, folks, I'm gonna hit record and we're going to get started, like the song says. If you want to be starting something, you got to be starting something. All right. All right. Hitting record. 3, 2, 1. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever in the universe you may be. Welcome to the Blue Madness Podcast, a production of Dodgers 2080. This is Tim Rogers. Yes, it does rhyme with Dodgers. And we are here to talk about our 2024 World Series champions as we enter the golden era of Dodger baseball. I love that. I love that whole golden era stuff. I think that's what we're looking forward to. I think we really are. So the big news today, of course, is the Dodgers did officially sign Kirby Yates, and they have DFA'd Ryan Brasier. Now that leaves the bullpen in really good shape. Now I hate losing anyone. I don't like giving up assets. Hopefully they get something for Brasier. I got a feeling it won't be much. Maybe a wild card reliever, and they have to pay all the money for Brazier's contract, or not a reliever, a wild card minor leaguer. That's hopefully we get something for him. I'm doubting it though. So given that, why don't we take a look at El Bullpen? So the bullpen going into spring training. Oh my goodness. This is coming up soon, folks. We're talking 11 days. From the right-handed side, for the moment, we have Evan Phillips, Blake Trinan, Michael Kopech, Kirby Yates. Then we got two important guys because they have options. And that's Edgardo Enriquez and Michael Grove. They need to be ready to be on that OKC to Los Angeles flight back and forth 5 times each probably. From the left side, we have the newly acquired Tanner Scott, Alex Vesia, who did get his arbitration stuff all handled, Anthony Banda, just a big surprise from last year, and Jack Dreyer. So Alex Vesia does have an option. I don't see that being used unless he's falling apart. So let's be honest there. I just don't see that happening. And then we have some other guys coming up. Maybe Dustin May doesn't make the rotation. Can you imagine him in the bullpen? We've talked about this 1,000 times, but I still want to talk about it. We have Ben Kasparius, Nick Frasso, Brusdar Gratterall. Maybe, well, and Brusdar's coming later, right? Emmett Sheehan's coming later, even later. Maybe even Shohei Ohtani and maybe Tony Gonsolin. I see Gonsolin starting the season in the rotation. Why don't we take a quick look at that too while we're here? Given the starting rotation with Yamamoto, Snell, Glasnow, Gonsolin, Sasaki, Knack. I mean, that just seems to make sense. Hopefully Bobby Miller can get going. We got Landon Knack, Ben Kasparius, Justin Robleski, Nick Frasso, Bobby Miller, Dustin May. On the way, Shohei Ohtani. Hopefully we see him in May on the mound. Hopefully Clayton Kershaw sometime during the season. Emmett Sheehan as he gets back. And then I still hold out hope that you never know with Jack Flaherty. You just never know. So back to the bullpen. They're just fully loaded. They have a lot of flexibility with starters and guys that have options. You know, Ben Kasparius, Nick Frasso, even Brusdar has an option. They're going to need that flexibility, especially with the 6-man rotation starting. You caught me today, Dodger Stadium. I wasn't at Dodger Stadium. Oh, Dodgers Nation. Okay. I'm not reading. I was looking at the wrong part with my bifocals. So the bullpen, the rotation, there's a lot of names. As you do know, we'll say it over and over. You can never have enough pitching because pitchers break. So that's why I still see, I don't put anything past Andrew Friedman right now and Brandon Gomes. These guys are on fire right now. They want to win so freaking bad. They want to really take this to another level. They want the dynasty, and it's great to see. So, still for me, you sign Clayton Kershaw and Kike Hernandez, and then if you really want to, all of us, let's just say, just like last year, all of a sudden, players started dropping. Right at the beginning of this, before the season started, I think it was right after FanFest, we found out Nick Frasso's shoulder was fried. And we're not sure about that yet. We're not even sure if he's going to be 100% there. So, got that. And then we had Emmett Sheehan go down. And it just kept cascading. So, a guy like Jack Flaherty, I would love to have. I think he'd excel in a 6-man rotation. I really do. I think he wore out a little bit at the end of last year. And so I like Jack Flaherty a lot. I hope to see him back, but it is still very doubtful in my opinion. So that's that. Let's go back to here, my mug. Let's see. So we got good evening. Yeah. Dave Roberts already started that Ohtani won't pitch at the beginning of the season. That's correct. Yep. Heard that. We were lucky to have him in May. So that whole 6-man rotation thing is going to be questionable without Ohtani as part of it, because you're late. Would you miss nothing? You were just we talked about Kirby Yates and Ryan Brasier briefly. I got to fix something here. This is bothering me. My picture's all jacked up. There we go. All right. Back to that. Hey, thanks for tuning in, folks, to tuning into Dodgers Nation. I went on with Doug about 11 a.m. I mean, I got the text at about 10 a.m. and I was in the middle of a work day, so I took some time off of the work day, but I really was. It's always fun. We kind of rushed it at the end, and I'll be honest with you why. It's because they were on Zoom, and with Zoom, you only get 40 minutes for the freebie. Benji's in the house. Hey, good. I'm good. Oh, look at Showtime LA already going with Freeland, Kim platooning at second. Man, I don't want to give up on Freeland yet, being at shortstop. I want to make sure that he can be there. And plus, remember, Freeland's better from the left side. I could see Kim and Kike. Thanks, Jason. So it's one of those things. I mean, it was brought up. I saw it. Kind of one of the better scenarios would be having Pages win center field outright with Tommy Edman. Well, I'd prefer him at short, but Mookie's going to be starting at shortstop. That's a done deal for now. Having Edman at second base, working out some stuff in there. The thing is with Mookie though, that's not a permanent thing in terms of years. So I could see Freeland being able to take that over in 2026. And I still think there's a shot at Mookie moving off of it too. Just, we've talked about him wearing out and all those are important things, folks. So we'll see about that. But yeah, I think with, I just want to see what Freeland can do. Let's see. Mike says, Dodgers need to start trading prospects with the team they have and the way they have been trading. Homegrown talent getting a chance anytime soon. I do think Rushing and Freeland are going to get some shots in there. I think, speaking with Doug today and all that, maybe Barnes moves off next year. They can get Rushing some more time in. They can have, they could have, him playing some left if that's what they want to do. I think like a lot of you, I'm still skeptical about him in the outfield. Showtime LA wants Freeland to get a shot at shortstop. Yeah. Hey, you know what? It's all about the bat. If those guys, if Rushing or Freeland make it hard, to keep him down, that's what you want to see. And even with Pages, he had a really good spring training, remember, last year. But still, he got sent back down. But he came back pretty quick. And so who knows what the plan is. I know that it's amazing, Freeland's rise. It's kind of a flavor of the day. Are the Madres done with their yard sale? Oh, man. I don't think they've gotten started. I think they're just getting started. Mr. John Rod's in the house. Yeah, they got a real problem. They need to that needs to be resolved quickly because it's a mess. I do think the brothers are going to win that one just because of the way the trust is set up, but I'm not a lawyer. Maybe the best thing they do is sell the team. But I was watching Clint with Kyle Glazier from Baseball America, and he was talking about how in the trust it says and his wishes, Mr. Peter Seidler's wishes were that the family continues to own the team. What does that mean? His brothers are family, his kids are family, his wife's family, but the wife was left out of that stuff. So I don't know. That's what happens when you marry the yoga instructor or whatever she was. Props to him. Rest in peace to Peter Seidler. So, yeah, 2020 guy maybe. We'll see. I hope so. I want Alex Freeland to be a really good fielding shortstop. It'll be so good. Yeah, hope all the best for Brasier in his next stop. But it's bad to be anxious to see the return AF polls here. I don't think we're going to get much at all. Hope is a 30-30 guy. Yeah. Might be. Freeland may. I don't know, man. You Showtime, you think a lot more of Freeland than I do. I mean, I think high of him, but you think you got a lot there, which is okay. I'm good with that. Let's take I'm just going to do a quick gander here at Ryan Brasier. Just remember when he joined the Dodgers in 2023, that bullpen was awful. Absolutely awful. He came in and helped solidify it. And during that season with the Dodgers, he threw over 38 innings with a wait, what am I doing? Come on. Wrong number here. Over 38 innings, and he had an ERA of .70. Only 18 hits in those innings, 10 walks, 38 strikeouts. ERA plus of 6.21. So that was he was the man. Then last year slowed down, and he missed a lot of time. And 28 innings, gave it 22 hits, 5 walks, 25 Ks. Had a couple wins. I know he in the postseason. Let's see. Well, he had a win and a loss. Yeah, when he started that game against the Mets. Got a win against the Padres. So a little uneven in 2024 in total. But hey, he was an important guy, and so he helped provide, veterans assurance. But you could see at the end. I mean, he seemed to be giving up some bombs. In fact, against the Mets, he gave up 2 home runs in 3.1 innings. Against the Yankees, he gave up a home run in 2 innings. So it was time. It was time. I don't know. I think they get nothing for him, but you never know. Hopefully it's a 17-year-old Tatis Jr. that's not an idiot, though. Yeah, so the Showtime about the above average with the glove, we don't know enough about that. We don't have those advanced statistics. If you have them, it'd be great to see him. I want to see what his outs above average, what's his range, things like that. So Javier, the reason they kept Grove over Brasier is because Grove has options, and they're going to need that with this pitching staff. They're going to need to have the OKC Express going and going and going. So, yeah, the bullpen's good. Bullpen's really good. I mean, can we look at it one more time? I do want to look at it one more time. I think it's awesome. Look at that. Let's see this showing up right here. Man, there we go. I mean, geez. You have from the right side all those guys. The top 4 can close. Edgardo's on his way. Like I said, Grove and Edgardo might be spending a lot of time on the Express. I mean, if they're going to go with the 6-man rotation to begin the season, let's say the 6-man rotation's like this. So we're not going to include Ohtani yet. So starting pitching would be, let's just 6 guys. Okay, I'm going to say Yamamoto, Snell, Glasnow, Gonsolin, Sasaki, and Knack. That's the 6. Okay. So in the bullpen candidates, you have Kasparius, Robleski, Frasso, Miller, May. All those guys. Oh, man, I'm already seeing. No, I'm going to see. We'll see. I don't know, maybe May instead of Knack. Just to think that through. And that leaves 7 guys here. Phillips, Trinan, Kopech, Yates, Scott, Vesia, and Banda. Those are your 7 bullpen pieces. They're going to wear out quick. So they're going to have to deal with that. So we'll see. Let's see. Clint asked me if I had any prospects he should ask J.J. Cooper to deep dive on since he got him on Monday. Got any in mind? Yeah. Let's go to Alex Freeland. So you think he's a solid fielder? I'll ask Casey, who actually watched him, but I think he's at least average. I think that's fair, but that's still, these are eye tests. Okay, so we have different opinions. Some of us thought that Diego Cartaya would be great. That's me. Some of us thought Drew Avens would be great. That's Casey. So, I mean, we're all over the place. It's eye tests. So we do the best we can. Elishiva, I hope you're right about them signing Kike. That's for sure. Why don't we go and talk about prospect lists a little bit. So I'm going to do one of those little things I do sometimes. I go, do this, and then I'm going to have that, and then I'm going to get my notes ready so I can cut this, because I think it's going to be pretty juicy. Pretty juicy. And I got the wrong one up. Let me get my latest title description. Where'd my notes go? Hold on. Sorry, folks. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. All right, folks. We are going to talk about some new prospect list updates. We've had some various things come out. We have had Keith Law's rankings. He did not put Roki Sasaki in just because that's how he rolls. MLB Pipeline has released their top 100. Kiley McDaniel has done his top 150. And I'm not going to publish it, but I got Baseball America's top 30, not just top 10. So, given that, let's start. Why not? Let's just go with Keith Law right at the beginning. So, he had Dalton rushing at 16, Josue DePaula at 26, River Ryan, who he really likes, at 52. And the only reason he's at 52 is because of the injuries. He's got Zaire Hope at 58, Alex Freeland at 68. And I think he barely had, he'd mentioned Jackson Ferris as somebody that is close. I have Ferris pretty high. As some of you know, I've for the moment, I still got him kind of as my number one. So I would say it's only 5 Dodgers, but he also has them ranked as the Dodgers' third best farm system. So what Keith understands, and like the people at Fangraphs understand, is the Dodger system, it runs deep. And he doesn't have any of our guys that we'll see in other lists. MLB Pipeline, the number one prospect in baseball is Roki Sasaki for them, and also for Kiley McDaniel, and probably also for, I'm guessing, Baseball America. He's the number one prospect for MLB Pipeline, followed by Dalton rushing at 30, Josue DePaula at 40, Jackson Ferris at 71, Alex Freeland at 72, Zaire Hope at 75. So those are good. Now these are, again, a lot of these are subjective. There's some objectivity, but it's very subjective. It's really tough to measure these things. And it's just, if it was such a great science, again, Diego Cartaya we would have figured that out a long time ago. But Diego's gone. I got to change some pictures. I still use that as a header with my picture interviewing Diego, who is a wonderful guy. Kiley McDaniel, I'm going to go from the bottom. So he went all the way down to 200. So 149 was Justin Robleski. Justin, as you guys know, a lot of people whine, oh, we should get rid of him. He's terrible. He had a rough start. I'll give him that. I'll give you that for sure. But I'm not giving up on that live arm. And someone, I can't remember who mentioned it, someone maybe even in this chat said he reminds him of Josh Hader. And so we'll see. But yeah, I can see a little bit of that. He's not coming down off the side as much, but he's coming in at high 90s. And he can figure something out. He could be devastating as a reliever. But right now he's a starter. I do expect him. I mean, if everything's good, he starts the season at AAA again. He's going to be just fine. At 106, they have Eduardo Quintero, who made his Rancho debut last year. He struggled. Lots of struggle there. At 94, he's got River Ryan. I mean, you can't just throw River Ryan away. That dude he can be awesome. Now, I noticed, though, a lot of these guys don't have Nick Frasso. Now, Nick's older, though. But so is River. At 93, he had Jackson Ferris. Number 80. Now, here's where we get to the way down in the depths. Emil Morales. Mr. Power hitting shortstop. Let's hope he can stick. Man, would that be great. Let's see. Number 70, Zaire Hope. I think by the end of, and then we've talked about this, Zaire Hope by the end of the year is going to be top 20, top 10. Number 37, Alex Freeland. You know, you just keep that. If he can keep building, he just needs to build some better numbers. I know, hey, the advanced things say this and that about, the bat speed or, card contact, but you still got to get results. So hopefully those good analytics turn into results that matter. Number 20, Josue DePaula. Number 16, Dalton Rushing. And number 1, Roki Sasaki. So yeah, with Doug and I went through this list, and we ran. I could see the clock running down on Zoom. So we didn't even get to number 93 or 94. So there's that. Now I'm going to go. Where to go? I'm going to go to Baseball America. Top 30, which is by subscription, or if you're really cool, prescription only. The top 10 is public. And again, you can write them down, but I'm not going to publish them in written form. So number 1, of course, Roki Sasaki. Number 2, Dalton Rushing. Number 3, Alex Freeland. Number 4, Josue DePaula. So this is not their top 100. This is the Dodgers' top 30. And we will see MLB Pipeline's top 30 within a month or so. Let's see, Josue DePaula 4, Zaire Hope 5, Jackson Ferris 6, Eduardo Quintero 7, an appearance of Kellen Lindsay at 8, Justin Robleski at 9, Yoendry Vargas at 10. There's someone we all like. River Ryan at 11, Edgardo Enriquez 12, Emil Morales at 13, Kendall George at 14, Eric Swan at 15, Chase Harlan at 16, Nick Frasso, who they have as a left-handed pitcher. Let's hope that shoulder's not that bad. Let's hope that's not that bad. At 17, Peyton Martin at 18, Hyun-Suk Chang at 19, Brendan Tunick. That was someone brought him up a week or so ago. That might be a good one. Kyle Hurt, who is hurt, at 21. Hopefully I can catch up to him at FanFest. Ben Kasparius at 22. Jacob Wright at 23. Noah Miller, 24. I think Mike Salas has mentioned him in the chat. Mike Sirota, who they got in the Gavin Lux trade at 25. Jack Dreyer, who was added to the 40 at number 26. Maddox Bruns. We want Maddox to be healthy. 27. Brooks Auger at 28. He's a right-handed pitcher. We haven't talked about him at all, but they like him a lot. Samuel Sanchez at 29, which they got to fix his weight. He does not weigh 150 pounds. He should also be at Rancho again. He did end the season there. And then they have Ronaldo Yin at 30, he's got the heat. It's the control. That's all it is. That's what it is with him. Oh, man. So I'm going to go and do... So that is the new list. I'm doing this again so I can have a break. All right. Let's go to the chat. Let's see... I am going to spring training. Yes. I will be there February 24th through the 27th. Let's see. See, I want more than an average shortstop unless he's crushing it. You can have a Corey Seager as an average fielding shortstop, but I don't know if Freeland's there. Noah Miller is a really good fielder. A really good fielder. Michael Grove got to go. He gives up a runner more every time he's in. Yeah, but he's got options, so that's why he's staying. Yep. I watched Freeland. Let's see. Mike says I watched Freeland all last year. He should be ready for the majors in 2026. Give him a little time this year for experience. I do agree with that. And then Showtime asks, is the glove good? as people think. And then Ella Shiva says, I watched Noah Miller in spring training throughout. Yeah. A bit might be late. Let's see. So Mike says he has a decent glove. I think Miller's a better defender. Yeah. Freeland's bat started to really heat up. I think it will be a solid shortstop for the Dodgers in 26. That's if the Dodgers give him a chance. And the question will be, of course, do they move Mookie to second base where he belongs? People will say right field. Well, that's Teo's spot now. Teo's going to be in right. Here's what I do expect. Well, give me a second. River Ryan is filthy. Yes, Miggy Rowe will get hurt at some point, and he'll get a chance. Yeah, I don't think though they're going to bring him up to be a reserve. I mean, Mookie would have to get hurt, and we don't want that. We don't want that. So maybe he gets a cup of coffee. Morales is the future shortstop. He has the potential to be better than Seager. Yeah, that's what we're hoping for, aren't we? We nice. Maybe he takes number 5 for Freeman. Let's see. I think he could be solid. He definitely has more pop than anyone on the current bench, but the swing and miss is probably going to be a problem when he debuts. But that's a lot of guys, right? I'll be asking Coach Shoemaker spring training if he thinks Morales will be with Rancho this year. I'm gonna doubt that, but you never know. It'd be nice. It could be that, beginning of the year or in middle of the year, like they did with DePaula. Maybe that'd be cool. I'd love to see that. Yep. Go Dodgers and God bless. Yes, history man. Yin is really intriguing. Yin is intriguing as heck. I mean, just throws super hard. He's got to get rolling. Mr. Classics in the house. It is true I started the California Burrito. Heck yeah, I did. In the mid 80s. So, but so the way it is configured now is not quite it. So I don't like guacamole. I don't like salsa, cilantro, and all that junk. It's disgusting. I'm a real picky eater. So I used to go to the taco shop down the street along Midway and Point Loma Boulevard, West Point Loma Boulevard. Had an apartment there. There's a taco shop at the end of our apartments. And I'd go in there, and me and my friends, my roommates, I'd give me meat, cheese, and sour cream. That was my thing. Meat, cheese, and sour cream. And you got to keep it real basic because you got to be real clear with your English because the guys don't necessarily understand, which means it's good. And then I started calling it the California Burrito. So I never did anything about it. But yes, I did invent the California Burrito, at least the name, and close to what it is today. I don't get the California Burrito today with fries. I get it without fries. Meat, cheese, and sour cream is the way to go. Fries are just, I already eat bad enough. I don't need fries in my life, especially fries from a taco shop. Mike's walk-up song should be My Sharona. Yep. That's from Mike Sharota. So what do you guys... So you hear these lists, and it is that time of the year. Fangraphs will be coming out soon. What meat? Just regular carne asada. I would just, because that's just what it means. You don't have a walk-up song. Yeah, but Mike Sirota will. No, not on that burrito. But Javier, what I do, I got to be honest with you. I have a taco shop a couple miles away called Lourdes Taco Shop. They have the best bean and cheese burritos. I can't go and get a carne asada because it's that good. And their quesadilla is that good. Yeah, this is where it's... So Showtime, now you're talking. You are talking Vargas and Lindsay and Rancho will be sweet. Quintero 2. Maybe Morales later. Chase Harlan, right? Right. See, you're the creator of California Nacho. Chips, meat, cheese, fries, and sour cream. There you go. So that's with fries. I don't need that. Yeah, whoever was the creator of carne asada fries, props to that person just because they're so popular with white people. Just saying. Or half white people, as my sons are. So Rancho. Oh man, we could have so Quintero, Hope, and Sirota. We have a future center fielder. Let's hope so. I talked about that with Doug. And I think we've talked about this. We want to see Zaire Hope become a center fielder, get playing time there. Because if he does that, that would be awesome. I want to take a quick look at the Rancho roster right now. It doesn't mean too much, but I'm going to go through it really quick just to see some people that are coming through. It's just people that are currently on the roster. And so what they currently have, let's go with people we've heard of or that you guys have heard of. Cam Day, I think he's going to go up to high A. Gabe Emmett, gosh, he's still there? Man. Luke Fox, that's a good one right there. Luke Fox, a left-handed pitcher. And by the way, there's an interview with him I did. Really good dude. Connor Godwin, waiting for him to debut. Yoon Suk Chung, Sean Lennon. I like him. Alex Makarowicz, no longer make a sandwich. Sterling Paddock. Oh my gosh. Yeah. There's some good ones in here. Samuel Sanchez. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did I look at the right? Oh, Samuel Sanchez, the right-handed pitcher. I was thinking of Munoz. Sorry. So Samuel Sanchez, that's someone to watch out for. Eric Swan, I think he goes up to high A. Yeen's got to go up. Their catchers, Carlos Rojas and Victor Rodriguez. Let's see. Cameron Decker, I think, goes up. Wilman Diaz got to go up. Eduardo Guerrero, that's someone to keep your eye on. Elijah Hainline. Samuel Munoz, there we go. Oswaldo Osorio, he was pretty hot before. Joe Vitrano, whose shoulder got wrecked. Logan Wagner, big talent. Kendall George will go up. Zaire Hope will go up. Jose Meza, he's a good one. And then Eduardo Quintero, who's still only 19. My goodness, they got some youngins, don't they? All right, to the chat again. Mention Castro. I don't remember Castro. That might have been a mistake on my part. That was Quintero, maybe. Harlan does have legit raw power. Yeah, let's hope so. So Jake Geloff, right? We kind of saw a lot of that stuff from him too. We'll see. I hope so. But hey, as we know, right? We all starts. We talked about with Emil Morales. Those dudes, we'll see how they adjust. Let's see. What do you got? We got a half Mexican, half white. All right. Well, half Mexican, half quarter Italian, quarter Norwegian. Okay, Showtime LA. Now you're talking. You got some good ones here. You got Hubick and Martin are my second and third pitching prospects. Chang is fourth for now. It's not Castro's Campos. Chris Campos. That's the guy I think is gonna all of a sudden we're gonna see. Yep. Community service today. What are we doing with Bobby Miller? I just want him to earn it. Because I think he can. And I think he has options too. I hope I had that marked. I think Kendall George does go up. Oh, for sure. Because he's spent over a year at Rancho. It's a mistake to leave him down. It will probably start hurting his confidence. Yeah, I saw Bobby Miller at the Jack in the Box today. It's good he's still there. You don't give up on that type of talent. I've seen enough people saying, get rid of him, just dump him. I wouldn't even trade him straight up for to be honest, with for Arenado. That's for sure. When will they sign Kike Hernandez? Let's hope soon. Satoshi Notopopo, you didn't invent the Kali burrito, bro. Lay off the Diet Dr. Pepper. They're making your face swell. No, that's other stuff. No, I did. I came up with it in mid 1985. So just not the way I just had it without fries. But it's there. Call it what you want. You can call me a liar, but I was the first person that heard of it, or that I ever heard say it. This is before things got crazy. I mean, I started seeing California burritos like in the mid 90s. Let's see. Bobby stuff is too electric. Let's see. Yeah. With Bobby Miller, man. If he can get going, you gotta love it. Thanks, Mike. That's what I paid the big bucks for. Mike, are you going to be okay? Mike Salas, but who is anyone going to be at Dodger Fest? And if you need tickets, go for it. Yeah, I was. Yeah, Showtime. I was definitely. So with Peter Hubick, he's a really good one to talk about, because there's so much. You draft a high schooler, and some of them, he was. I think 6'2", 6'3", $160 maybe. But yeah, he's getting right in there. He's growing. He's doing the work. He's a smart dude too. He's a smart. Well, a lot of Dodgers are very smart. They do a good job. So Peter's great. Kind of disappointed he didn't get a non-roster invite. A little disappointed. But yeah, and they'll have to protect him next year too. There's other. Well, we'll come up with that list. I'm kind of excited for Carlos Duran on the non-roster list. Oh, Javier, very good. Good. Yep, Campos. I think Chris is really good. I want to pull him up just on, I mean, he's not that big, but the way it's interesting. I think I've told this story before. So, I like to go down when I'm working, doing the work for my site. So I'm at Rancho, and then I go and I like to go down to the bullpen and watch guys pitch. And I'm just I can't remember who I was watching. And I see this guy next to me, and I go, "Hey, what's your name?" Chris Campos. And we just talked a little bit. We went to St. Mary's, same school as Tony Gonsolin. He played shortstop, same position as Tony Gonsolin. So real quick on Campos this last year, I want to get his splits. I can pull this up. Let me just do a switcheroo here. Let's get it so y'all can see it. Ooh, my eyes. All right. Oh, right in the middle. Okay. Well, let's see how that looks. All right. Good. I'm gonna see. Yeah. All right. Hopefully that looks good for everybody. Oh, I don't know about that now. Let's see. We can get some more out of this. All right. So his splits. So he started the season at Great Lakes. 12 games, 5 games started. He was doing splits, right? He was doing piggybacking. 45 innings pitched, 36 hits. Let's see, where's the walks? Only 10 walks, which is good. 50 strikeouts. Then he went to Tulsa and 13 games, 10 starts. Again, piggybacking, 64 innings. So he definitely did some more work this year. He definitely really pumping those innings, which is good. 60 hits, 10 home runs, 20 walks, 68 strikeouts. So I just like what I see. He's getting, he's in the Dodger lab. He's getting developed. And I just think he's going to be taking that leap. Also, he's a funny dude in the dugout. He's a real funny guy. Let's see. Martin is a guy I really like. The awesome dude too. Casey has interviewed him multiple times. He's got great stuff. Yeah, and he's a really good guy too. Yeah, I've hung with him in the dugout. Yep. Thank you, Mike. Follow Dodgers 2080. Oh, I gotta actually get it. Yeah, Patrick Cope, another one. Yes, thank you. There's again. How many right-handed pitchers do the Dodgers have? They just never end, do they? Yeah, it just never ends. But yeah, be excited about it. And some of these guys, they're gonna have to really play them or trade them. There's only so much room. I still have high hopes for Maddox Bruns, so I'm hoping. Let me. I need to retweet something real quick. Let's see. Dodgers, come on. Jeez. Weird stuff on my follows there for. Wait, which account am I on? Oh, wrong one. I got 50 million Twitter accounts, so that's all. Okay, folks, as I'm looking for this, who do the Dodgers sign first? Clayton Kershaw or Kike Hernandez? Put it in the chat, por favor. Actually, whenever you guys do comments or chats, it really, really helps. But yeah, Bruns is the guy that I just have super high hopes for. I do think he is that good. It's just I think he was hurt. Yeah, and I thought I saw it. It looked like he got better in terms of his command and control. I just think he's nasty. So I have high hopes for that. Oops, I don't want to see that. So who you got? Kike first? Kirsch first? Anyone else? I think let's see. I'm going to say Kirsch. I am a little concerned about Mr. Kike. All right, let me get this tweeted out. All right. Dan says, if Cubs don't re-sign Tucker, if Tucker leaves Cubs, what do you think the chances of Dodgers getting him? Very low. I just do. I think he's very low. I think that I just don't see that happening. Never know. Because they could just, yeah. History Man says 2025 will be a great year, honoring the 70th anniversary of the 1955 title, 60th anniversary of the 1965 title, and commemorating the 2024 title on opening day. I also heard they might be doing the ring ceremony the next day. I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure that stuff out. I'm not seeing clarity on that. But yeah, let's hope we can get some stuff going with honoring those types of things. Opening day tickets are going to be outrageous. Yeah, I still haven't bought mine yet. I need to. I will be there for opening day somehow. I really don't want to do standing, but I might do it. I don't know. We'll see. I really would wish I had a press pass. So yeah, I will be at spring training February 24th through the 27th. I also, like I said, Fan Fest or Dodger Fest, whatever you want to call it. That is on Saturday. Pete Soto and I will be out there. So be ready for that. If you're there, just if you see one of us, let us know. It's always cool to meet people. Did Copen get hurt? I can't remember. Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up. Let's hope not. Let's just hope not, man. He got promoted, right? Let's see. Copen. All right, let's go to that. Patrick Copen. Yeah, he got brought up. A really nice year. Let's see what he did do before we go and see how much he got hurt. So with Quakes, 13 games, 11 games started, 54 innings, only 40 hits. Yikes. 25 walks, that's a bit high. 60 strikeouts, very good. At Great Lakes, 9-9, 38 innings, 36 hits. You could tell they were babying him a bit, which is good. Gave 29 walks, too high. 38 strikeouts though. So let's see what. Yeah, he got injured. That's right, in mid-August. So kind of a bummer, but good progress for him. I like what I see. I do want to look at what Peyton did. Peyton Martin. So we had a little rougher year. The strikeouts weren't there this year. The year before they were. I think it was just, I just don't, he ended the year 2023 early. It was one of those things where I just think they go, we're going to rest him. And we started the year at Rancho again, which it was shocking to me. I got to be honest with you. But yeah, so at Rancho, 6 games, 18 innings. Again, they're babying him. Great Lakes, 13 games, 53 innings, 48 hits, only 32 strikeouts. So something I'm sure he's in the middle of trying to fix it. Let's put it that way. That's for sure. Let's look at what Eric Swan did. Eric with a Q. Rancho. Gosh, the last season of the Quakes for us. It's kind of a bummer in some ways, but I get it. Who am I looking for? Swan. Yeah, Evan Shaw's another one. Dodgers are loaded. So the numbers weren't that bright. He didn't get a lot in, a lot of walks. But we're not, again, I saw him pitch in spring training. It's like, oh, there's something electric here. So big kid, he 6'6", 240. He is big. I mean, that's just big. With the Quakes, 10 games, 22 innings. So they were babying him for sure. In those 22 innings, he had 29 strikeouts. The walks are 16. So things to work on. Let's see. What else is happening, folks? Let's see. Do I have anything else here? Yeah, he got hurt, obviously. Yeah. No, Rogers. Yeah. Spring training press passes will be harder. I'm going to try to go, do the best I can. If I'm no luck, I'll just leave. I'll just go back home. Oh, who tore their ACL? Oh, gosh. Let's hope not. But you never know. So this offseason, just like the last offseason, hopefully it means back-to-back. Yep. No, I talked that with Doug. I said, hey, 2024 offseason, Dodgers won that offseason. They won the title in 2024. 2025, the Dodgers have won the offseason. Let's hope we do it in 2025. Foosball, what's that? I am rooting for the Eagles. I got nothing against Mahomes. No name, what's up? I just like, yeah. Can we look at? Yeah, I meant to do that. I can't believe. Okay, so Great Lakes. The Loons. Great Lakes. Where is he? Peter. Yeah, it says 6'3", 170. He's bigger than that now. He's still only 22. So there's some big time strikeouts here, wasn't there? So fortunately, he got to spend the whole season at Great Lakes. It's good. You know, he recovered well because he didn't. 2023 was not kind to him. But in 2024, let's see, how many innings? 91 innings, 117 strikeouts. That's what I'm talking about. 65 walks. So obviously, that's something to fix. Who can we get for Brasier? Maybe a Tim Rogers 1985 version of a California Burrito. You're not going to get much for him unless they pay the money. Let's see. So Peter, I mean, goodness gracious, I like him a lot. And it's there. He's so personable. Let's see, what are we getting out of here? I mean, OPS against him was 572. That's good. His K per 9, 11.53. It's a walks per 9. That was it. Even the home runs, that's not too bad, right? One every 3 or 4. Yeah, he only gave up 3 home runs. So that's really good. He had a problem with that the year before. I remember watching some of that stuff. You could see the 11 home runs. He was having a few go for ball problems that year. But I think he made some fixes. I do have an interview with him from last year, 2024. Really, I thought it was really good. He's so easy to interview. Such a good dude. Thoughts on Jack Dreyer? I haven't seen him near as much as others have, but he was good enough to get on the 25 or 20 or the 40-man roster. We can let's see. Let's take a look at Jack Dreyer. I know he had some crazy numbers. I think he was one of those also. Yeah, he was an undrafted free agent. Crazy. He was signed in 2020. Thought it was 2021. Yeah, 2021. That was a good class. Austin Gauthier was part of that too. There's a few others. I noticed Ronan Kopp has been dropping out of things. So let's hope that changes. But yeah, this dude dominated. So you notice he never went to Rancho. He went straight to Great Lakes, did really well. I caught some video of him in spring training in 2023. I was there like 7 days. I caught a lot of good content. It was really good. So then, in AA, 14 innings, 6 hits, 20 strikeouts, 3 walks. That's a 0.61 whip. And then 42 innings in AAA. This is a hitter's league too. And he struck out 52 and walked 9. So that's really good. Those are numbers that'll earn you a trip. That will earn you a trip, and he earned it. Let's see if we got some a little bit advanced. I mean, yeah, his walks per 9, 1.88. I mean, that's a huge improvement. He actually had a lower K percentage in 2024 than 2023, but his walks were way down, and so that means your whip. I like to look at whip, walks plus innings pitched. It tells me a lot, and so his overall was 0.99. So just a lot of improvement there. So very cool with him. Very cool with him. He's gonna debut. Yeah, Casey is really high on Jack Dreyer. Yeah. Yeah, I thought Hubick had a really good year compared to where he was, especially. We have Freeman through 25, 26, 27. Yeah, so after 27, he's a free agent. Yep, go Dodgers and God bless. All right. And that, maybe at that point, the Dodgers do make Josue DePaula a first baseman. It also could be, Freddie's getting older. Some guy, get injured. There might be spots. That's why, one reason I don't think they're just going, oh, we're just going to dump Dalton Rushing and get people. The fact they didn't trade him for Garrett Crochet says everything. Dodger Blue 82. Yeah. Steinbrenner tears, and it's terrible. Why? They made $600 million last year, and they're crying poverty. Why didn't they sign Hassan Kim? Why haven't they made a move for a third baseman? The best move for them is to put, what's his name? Jazz Chisholm a second. That makes everything better for them. Let's see, my speculation, Max Muncy has an option 2026, so this is his last year. It might be. Murakami's getting posted next year. That's true. So Dodgers pivot to Murakami, but if they don't get Murakami, they pick up Muncy's option. They can't do that. The option has to be picked up right at the end of the year. You got like a few days, like 5 days or something like that. 3 days, 5 days to make that decision. So with Murakami, who knows? It's a good question, though. An option your Dodgers will look for a third base replacement. If they get Murakami, he will step in for Freeman once he contracts up. I don't know. I think we have internal options too. We have Dalton Rushing. We may have Josue DePaula there. We may have Joe Vetrano if he gets it going. Will we see Karros or till 26? I'm going to guess 26, but good to see that he was on the invite list. He's made such great progress. Yeah, Hal Steinbrenner complaining about the Dodgers spending move means no more moves. Insane. You're so close. So darn close. And you decide to go cheap. Where's Karros? I want to take a quick look at his numbers. I just haven't had the time to deep dive. Winning those World Series and having such an off season has been crazy. Let's see. So he had a nice year. Let me pull it up. Jared Kurz. Okay, 2023, he got promoted to Great Lakes. 2024, started Great Lakes, did really well. Went to Tulsa, did fine. Boy, the strikeouts are going up. Nice to see. Ah, yes. He's a big kid. There's a lot of extension there. I don't even think his fastball is even that hard, but it's that extension that helps him. Gets you a little bit more. And that's pretty cool. It's just, the fact he's been healthy pretty much. That's a big deal. That was part of the problem with him, was not being healthy. In college, he had a lot of injuries. I know he had a little bit. Yeah. No, those aren't injuries though. Those were, he had a little bit in Rancho, but I think with Karros, it was just about, hey, let's make sure that he's getting back from his injuries. Let's see. This is why the Dodgers love. Yeah. This is why the Dodgers love flexible players in multiple positions. It gives them more options to get whoever they want. It does. It really it matters. That's why I still want Kike back. I want to like to see him platooning with Muncy or getting some second base time or whatever. Yeah, the Showtime LA. Yeah, Dreyer and Hernandez won't even be in the bullpen. Crazy. Let's see. Dan says, I can't think of any team in history that is more loaded than the Dodgers. Can you think of any team is close? You know what? In the 70s, man, those Reds, one of the best starting lineups I've ever seen. I'm going to go through it, see if I can remember. All right. Johnny Bench was the catcher. Tony Perez at first base. Joe Morgan at second base. David Concepcion at short. Pete Rose at third. Every one of those guys were seriously good all-stars, and most of them are Hall of Famers, and all of them are at least Hall of Very Good. Pete Rose would be in the Hall of Fame, but he's an idiot. In left field, they had George Foster. George Foster was a beast. In center field, they had Cesar Geronimo, one of the best fielders out there. And in right field, they had this guy named Ken Griffey. Just Ken Griffey. Hey, Nick, I created it, man, in 85, and I called it what it was. I just didn't patent it or anything like that. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. That's what I called it in 1985. So I just blew it on that. I didn't know about patenting stuff and all that. I wish I would have. Because, yeah, and now people like it with fries. I really don't. It's just fries. You know, if you get your carne asada burrito, right? Or you get your California burrito with fries, it's huge, right? That's because they're stuffing all the fries in. Take the fries out, man. And it's a lot thinner, but it's also, it takes about 400 or 500 calories away. Yeah, rest in peace, Pete Rose. It's just a very troubled man. Very troubled man. Dodgers loaded as in minor leaguers as well, including relievers. Yep. Justin says, sucks to lose Brasier. Yeah, I know. Exactly. However, he had no options, was relegated to low leverage, and he could easily regress to the mean. And actually, he did in 2024. He definitely had some regression, and by the playoffs, he was struggling a bit, giving up more home runs than he gave up like 3 home runs in the playoffs. That's pretty bad. It just is what it is. I mean, the dude's out, and the guy's got 2 rings. So props to him for that. 2 rings is great. Made some nice money. He's still got $4.5 million coming to him. So, and hopefully the Dodgers get something for him. But I hope he gets a chance to go to some team to enjoy the rest of his career. Who knows how long that'll be? But hopefully he might bounce around for the rest of his career. But if he can still get guys out, he will have a job. Why did I do that? There we go. You have a feeling the Padres will swoop him up. Well, that would only be back. That would only be if they actually have to release him. They're not going to trade him to the Padres unless they get River Ryan type guy, which you never know. And I think even with the Padres, they don't want that money. They are a little under $4 million under the luxury tax right now. So they need to trade. They need to make some trades. Bauer went back to the Bay Stars. Yep. Yeah, he's going to finish his career in the NPB. Yeah. Yet Ozuna still plays. There was 2 Ozunas that beat up their women. It wasn't, Chapman's was a little different. It was 10 years ago now. Or 9. And I don't want to minimize it. Shooting a gun off into the ground or whatever he did is a little scary. But those 2 guys laid hands on him. Oh, yeah, stay away from Pete Rose and children. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Very, very flawed man. We all got our flaws. Yeah, I had not a run-in, but when I was a kid, I was what, 16? At a thing in Santa Maria. They had a barbecue, and they had a bunch of players, and Pete Rose was one of them. And the dude wouldn't sign a baseball card. Whatever. Like, I would. This is back in 79. I didn't think about that stuff. I mean, I'm just a kid, a teenager still. But, here's a guy who wouldn't even sign my baseball card. He did sign my autograph book, but that's not quite the same. He wouldn't sign my card, and I like doing that. And there's not a lot redeemable about him. Yeah. Nope. He's hopefully he redeemed himself before it's too late. That's always Santa Maria. Oh, nice. Orcutt. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because I used to live in Morro Bay, then Los Osos. Yeah. And then yeah. So yeah, he's Pete's gone. Hopefully people have somehow find a way to forgive him. Yeah. It is what it is. Pete Rose was a very good baseball player. He was a great accumulator. He hustled. People say, "Oh, I don't even have him in my top 100." I'm just being honest. He was a great accumulator. Maybe top 100, but definitely not 2025 or top 50. Versatile guy. But oh boy. Yep. Hopefully he's at peace, and hopefully that people that he hurt are also at a little bit more peace too. Let's see. How far south of Santa Maria is Orcutt? I can't remember that anymore, Mike. I haven't been up there in so darn long. Yeah. People are people. I'm a Christian. I believe in trying to move on and not hold everything against people. But at the same time, can't forget, the damage that's been done. You have Ohtani in your top 5 in his career, still got a lot left. Man, I think I got Ohtani in my top 1 or 2. Yeah, how high up is Ohtani on your all-time list? For me, it used to be Babe Ruth was the clear number 1 because of the pitching and the hitting. But now we got another one that does it. So it's between those two. Babe Ruth's numbers were so much higher than everyone else's. Some guys started to catch up because the game changed. Ruth would hit, high 50s, Gehrig in the low 40s. And also Yankee Stadium had a short porch. Let's not forget that. So I got Ohtani either 1 or 2 or 2 or 1. Just because because of that. Now, if it's just hitting, I mean, despite the steroids, you got to put Bonds in there. Ted Williams for hitting. I mean, my greatest pitcher, I got Koufax still. But I got Pedro Martinez in there somewhere, probably too. That guy was nasty. Randy Johnson. Clayton Kershaw. Yeah. My top 5 all time. That's tough, though. I mean, I don't like Barry Bonds either. BC's in the house. But I like with Bonds, I want him in the Hall of Fame. I didn't until they put Bud Selig in. Bud Selig is the great enabler. He enabled so much. Just turned his back on that stuff. And they put him in the Hall of Fame. It's disgusting to me. You know they're going to put Rob Manfred in the Hall of Fame too. You know that, right? Yeah. You define it how you want, Nick. I invented it in 1985. Maybe 86. No, it would have been 86. That's right. I didn't move. I moved in that apartment like January 1st of 1986. So it was somewhere in 86. Fries, oh man. Overrated. All-time pitching, I would put Randy Johnson for sure in my top 5. Yeah. My top 5 pitchers. Let's go. Koufax. Johnson, Martinez, Maddox, Kirsch. Or throw an older guy in there like a Bob Feller. Juan Marshall. Guys, some good ones. There's a lot of good ones. You guys like Tom Seaver. Jeez, that guy was good. Jim Palmer. Just so many great pitchers. I know I'm missing a million of them already. People go, well, those old farts, they didn't throw that hard. But, it's all relative. They didn't have, those guys, they worked at the gas station or changed tires during the off season. They didn't think it was just a job. They didn't work out and stuff like that. So I always judge about what what did they go against? And what was their competition? And how did they rank with their own competition? But what Shohei did this year, Nolan Ryan, there you go. What Shohei did at 50-50? Are you kidding me? Oh, and he can pitch. And I actually saw Nolan Ryan pitch once live, and that was back, and I was pretty close. It was in Texas. We were on a vacation in 1976. Man, I forget everybody, Dan. Come on. In terms of players, I mean, I got Ricky Henderson in there somewhere too. What a freak of nature in a good way. But yeah, Shohei's just, gosh, what he's doing. The only thing I'd like to see him in the field, but I know that's not going to happen. Not for, I mean, if he stops pitching, maybe he plays a little bit of outfield. So you never don't know how good of an outfielder he was. I would like to have seen that. I don't know. I know I've seen like him throwing the ball from the outfield in Japan, and of course it's a rope. But yeah, what a freak. What an amazing, amazing player. You got Cal Ripken as a favorite. I like Ripken. Just in the fact that he was a really good shortstop while not being physically that type of shortstop. And A-Rod, man, he really tainted himself with especially that second steroid thing. When he got suspended again, oh my gosh, just awful. And he didn't need to do that. And that cost him 700 home runs. Ichiro's great. No, not enough power though, but really fun to watch. And I'll say it. I don't, I'm not offended. He's not a unanimous player. I mean, if Babe Ruth and Hank Aaron and Willie Mays and Mickey Mantle and Dave Winfield, I mean, just all these guys, all sorts of great players. If they're not first ballot, if they're not unanimous, I really don't care. The honor is to be in. But Ichiro's one of my favorite players of all time, just for absolute favorites. Just that arm. That arm. So fun to watch. All right, I'm going to start thinking about signing off. I know that I'm competing against others tonight, so I appreciate you guys. Probably most players just like Josh Reddick, Alex Bregman, Carlos Correa. Starting to see a rhythm there. I'm going to throw Altuve in there because I really liked him until he cheated. I don't have Pete Rose on my most disliked. I hate what he did. I hate that he bet on the game. But I don't. It's maybe he should be. Let me see. I'm trying to think of a guy that I hated, but it was because of respect. Like I couldn't stand Larry Bird of the Celtics, but what a great player. Respect. Maybe Barry Bonds. I don't know. Barry Bonds. He was a guy. I'd liked him with the Pirates. I got to admit it, though. Just because he was with the Giants, it doesn't make it. But those cheaters, the guy, Carlos Beltran, Springer, you guys know the list. Other players. I wasn't a big fan of Davey Concepcion. He was just real good, but I don't know, didn't like watching him. Maybe because he was so good on the Reds. Remember the Reds, if for some of you don't know, the Reds were the main rivals for the Dodgers through a lot of the 70s. A lot of battles there. That was a great team. Great team. 2 championships in a row. Big Red Machine, and that was a Big Red Machine. But okay, put in the chat some of your favorite players that are not Dodgers. I got Louis Tiant is one of them, and not guys who've been on the Dodgers, not like Corey. Oh, Baumgartner, that's a good one to not like. Yeah, Alex Cora. Yeah, Posey was great. Absolutely great. And I never hated him for some reason. That he wasn't one of those guys. Made a little Hunter Pence just because he was kind of irritating, but he was really good too. Baumgartner was good too. What he did in 2014, he single-handedly did that. Took care of them. Took care of the Royals in that thing. It was amazing. Couldn't stand him though. Especially, gosh, Giants winning 3 of 5. That's disgusting. Dodgers, come on, man. You guys got to match that. You guys got to beat that. Non-Dodger I like was Mike Trout. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Oh, other guys that I really am not fans of course, is Manny Machado. Mariano's got some issues. He's got a rut row. Look it up. Yeah, there was a Trevor Hoffman, even though it was Tony Gwynn. There were some Padres I liked. I really enjoyed watching the Padres when they had, Ken Caminiti. That guy was great. Gosh, I know it was fueled by a lot of stuff, but oh man, that guy was playing through some amazing pain. I mean, to be honest, in 1998? That was the awful year for the Dodgers, trading Piazza and Nomo, or releasing Nomo, right? Or trading him for a bucket of balls or whatever it was. But in '98, I rooted for the Padres in the postseason. It was a bunch of likable players, unlike today, which I would like to see. If the Dodgers can't win, in some ways, I like to see the Padres win. But I can't stand so many of those players. At least, well, Profar's gone, but I don't like some of those guys. And it's Machado and Tatis are the two biggest. Pass on those guys. But yeah, there's a lot of Luis Tianto is probably one of my all-time non-Dodgers, and I think he should be in the Hall of Fame. Parra's kind of a punk. He got a lot out of himself, though. I'll give him credit. But Josh Reddick, come on, probably the most hated ex-Dodger, or one of the most. I know a lot of people don't like Victorino. It didn't bother me. Yeah. All right, cool. I'm tired. Let's end that. Closer for the Braves. Who was that? Not Kimbrel. I actually like Kimbrel. Oh, I know you're. Was it that reliever shot off his mouth after the Braves won? Yeah, those good way to burn a bridge. That's the way I see it with some of these guys. All right. Well, let's end this show. So, the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Rest in peace, Pete Rose and the rest of you guys. John Rocker. Jeez. And all the people we say we hate. I don't hate anybody. I just like things that they do. How about that? But I don't hate anybody. Even Josh Reddick. I would say hello to him. He's a human. But yeah. All right, folks. That's about it. But yeah, John Rocker's that guy just can't keep his mouth shut. He's back at it again. I do remember John Shelby. Yeah, we traded Tom Niedenfuer for him. That was Fred Clare's first trade. His first move was to sign Mickey Hatcher. His first trade was John Shelby for Tom Niedenfuer. And John Shelby was our starting center fielder in the 1988 World Series for the World Series champions. How about that? So I do remember him. Yeah. And he hit in 87, he hit 20 plus home runs. Yeah. So, yeah, Rocker got too much into himself. He was really good. And then he opened up his mouth and just started falling apart. And he's still the same. It sounds like I don't follow him on Twitter or X, whatever it is, but I see his mouth. He pops up. Real quick on if there's people on Twitter you don't want to boost, don't retweet them. Don't quote tweet them. Take a picture of their tweet and then you can do that. But if you don't like somebody, I know there's somebody that a lot of us are not fond of right now. Don't boost them. Because I saw that tweet he put out. It had over 20,000 views, and he's a blue check. I'm a blue check. Blue check means you're trying to make some money. I'd like some money. I'll admit it. But if you want to boost him and let him get good in the algorithm, keep quote tweeting him, keep commenting on him or them, whoever it is. Don't amplify things though. There's better ways of doing it. So just ignore them. I put certain people on mute. I don't block a lot of people, but I block a few. Just if people are really nasty, I'll block them. They're gone. It's just, I just ask for respect on the timeline. So, all right, folks, that's it. Hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Hopefully people show up to FanFest. If you see me, say hello, Tim Anderson. The mighty have fallen. So hopefully I can, if you see me at FanFest or if you're going to be there, just hit me up. Hit me up in the comments or something like that. Say, hey, I'm going to be there. Give me in the comments. Go to my Twitter, my Tim Rogers 2080 account. That's the main account that I'm on. DM me. Let's meet. Let's hang out. So I'd appreciate that. It'd be cool. It's great to meet people that are on the channel and see them in person. I actually prefer that. So looking forward to meeting some of y'all. Okay. So as always, as they say, God bless and go Dodgers.